we have my new Xiaomi 10,000mAh power bank, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Also give you a few of the tips that they give us on how to recognize a fake. We're going to compare it side by side with my previous battery, and also compare it to my first battery pack, which seems to have gone missing, but I'll explain why I bought this. So it came in a simple box wrapped like this, and inside is what you need to see. This is the packaging. I'll show you how that is, and then we'll get into it. Nice and simple, as you can expect, as it is basically a big fat battery. First of all, here we have one manual, and it's clearly all in Chinese, which is great if you read Chinese, but it doesn't take a genius to work out what you need to know, but that's very important otherwise. Also, we have the USB, and it's a flat style, which I'm starting to see more and more now in gadgets. And let me run you through the stats first of all. The power bank has a battery capacity of 3.6 volts. This is the 10,000 milliamp hour version. If we take the protective stickers off, we can see what's underneath. No sticker on that side, but that gives you a rundown of what's inside. Now, as you can see, the interface is a micro USB input port and a standard USB output. You've got a power button, and you've got 4 LEDs which will light up to indicate the battery level within the unit. So we've turned it on, and it flashes to suggest that we have full 4 bars. This has just been charged actually a few days ago. Again, flipping it over, you've got nothing that you need to worry about there. No interfaces, a nice smooth metallic finish. The size of this unit, so 91 60.4 by 22mm. The input is a 2.0 amp type DC 5 volt output, 2.1 amp DC 5.1 volt. So that's good for your smartphones, your tablets, and it's intelligent, so it'll work out what it needs to give to your tablet and when to shut off. So don't worry about if you've got an iPhone or a Samsung, whatever. What I found with these battery packs is they're absolutely perfect no matter what USB powered device you have. And that's why I've got this. In fact, you'll notice why I got one with just one input very soon. This takes about 5.5 hours to charge with a 2 amp charger, which most of you got out there. Charge temperature, it states 0 degrees to 45 degrees, that's Celsius. Discharge temperature minus 20 degrees Celsius, right up to 60 degrees Celsius. Let's hope you don't live in those extremes, but if you do, now you know. It weighs 207 grams, so nice and light. It offers short circuit protection, input over voltage protection, output over voltage protection, and overcharge protection. Now, you can verify the fakes if you go to mi.com/verify. That's mi.com/verify, and there it'll explain how to enter your serial number to see if it's real. No doubt somebody online is about to do that with mine, and I would be very surprised if this was a fake. I bought it from banggood.com. Interestingly, they were way cheaper than Amazon, and they had very good reviews. And it's the second item I've ordered from Banggood, and I've received it in very quick. Got it from the Chinese warehouse. It cost me £7.83. I didn't pay for a fast delivery, and I still got it within a few days. Very impressive. Now, I've had it for a few days, and I meant to do the video before, but I couldn't find my Astro E4, which I wanted to use in a comparison video. but I thought I want to get cracking. I want to get this into daily rotation, so I decided to just get on with it. So that's basically what you get. It's over £14 on Amazon, but be careful of fakes. They actually say on Banggood's website that there's 3 ways you can spot fakes, amongst others. If you've ordered from a Chinese seller, such as them, and the manual is in English, well, as you saw, mine wasn't in English. They could be covering their own back there, but that's fair enough. They also said if the packaging has no MI verification sticker or serial number, that's another way of checking if there's fakes. I imagine those clever people could make fake versions of those, to be honest. And it explained if the power LEDs are bright and even illuminate the white casing. It's probably hard to tell, but that's not a problem here. Now, why did I buy another battery pack? Well, obviously one of them was lost in the meantime, but this is the one I've been using and I've found it to be very successful. This is the XIAOMI battery pack. Again, 10,000 milliamp hour, 3.7 volts. Now this one, you might say, is a bonus, has 2 inputs, but look, I've taped up the lower powered input, because when I just wanted to quickly throw my phone on charge and this was in my bag, I didn't want to have to fiddle about trying to work out or remember which side was the 2.1 amp socket, so I'll put tape over it. That's just a personal preference. Now the one that I've got here, the one that you've come to see, just has the one socket, and I found that's fine because very rarely use the second socket. In fact, it's not even super clear which is which socket, and that was the problem with the Astro E4 as well. Also, which I don't think is going to be a problem with this, obviously, is I kept knocking the light on. Now that only drains the battery slowly, but still something I didn't need or something I wasn't interested in. It's a cool feature, but easy to knock on. Also, as you can see, the XIAOMI isn't as wide. It isn't quite as long. And it's fractionally less thick. Yeah, so overall it's smaller. In the hand, I would say weight-wise is very similar. It's deceptive. I'd have to look up the stats or just weigh it, but I'm happy that the form factor is smaller. In fact, before buying it, because I kept seeing a lot of reviews about this one, a lot of people raving about it for the price, that's why I checked it out. I was really interested, firstly, in the size. Once I'd seen the stats and the reviews, of course, the size makes a difference, even a fraction. That just gives you that extra bit of space in your bag. I do wish I had the Astro to show you, but the Astro basically was, or is, a little bit bigger than this one. Not much, potentially slimmer, but I think this for me is a great graduation. One socket, lightweight, my Oxa can go as backup now. I will charge it up on long trips just as backup, because now that I've got the smartphone on the go, GoPro, the camcorder doesn't use USB at the moment unless I buy a USB charger for the Canon battery. My Fuji X series cameras, I've got USB chargers for those. My tablet, that's obviously USB chargeable. So many things now that I use daily or when traveling can be charged by USB. Even professionally, when I'm out shooting, all my gear can be recharged using this, which actually is where I think my Astro E4 has disappeared to on one of my last wedding shoots. Anyway, I'm happy with this. It was delivered quickly. The price was insanely good. And the reviews are great. I need to use this and see just how reliable it is. And I'll leave a comment below as the months go on if anyone's interested. That is literally that, but what did you expect? It's a battery pack after all. But this is definitely something you want to look into if you haven't already. If you don't need USB devices that much, well, more props to you, because frankly, we're getting a bit too connected. But at least with this, we won't panic when the battery runs out. Thanks for watching.